what I and a lot of others are trying to stop is factory farmed meat production or egg production. So if we eat eggs, they're from happy college educated chickens whose first names you know. And eggs are good food. And I don't have a problem at all as long as they're good eggs from happy chickens. And likewise, cheese, dairy, if it's from a goat or a sheep, it's likely to be great. If you're getting your dairy out of a box, or, if not from cows it's probably not a good idea. And the first thing typically that, the doctors that I know or nurse practitioners, have to ask patients who are having stomach problems is, "Do you eat dairy?" And if they do, the first thing you say is, "Well, try not eating dairy and see how you are." Because it's responsible for huge, huge number of gastric issues that Americans have. And people talk about, well, how do I get my protein if I'm going to not eat dairy? Well, we eat goat's milk products and sheep's milk products, and yogurt is not quite the same if it's from a good source and it's whole Greek thick yogurt. It's fermented. So it has a different response typically in your body. You do, I think you know this, you need to eat fermented food every day if you can. That's a change that a lot of us will make when we start trying to eat healthy. In my case, I was so happy to discover kimchi. It's fabulous. It's sauerkraut with an attitude. It's kind of chunkier and spicier and has a wonderful texture. It looks great. And I make a cheese sandwich with grilled, grilled goat cheese, and then you squish the liquid out of the kimchi and put it in there. And don't cook the kimchi, but put it in after you've grilled the goat cheese, and then make a sandwich. Bread. Let's talk about bread, which I do eat. But I only eat bread that I get from a local bakery, Companion Bakery, which I'm fortunate to have in my area. And they actually make their bread from wheat that's grown locally from old timey seed. So it's not GMO. It's not the kind of wheat that General Foods uses to abuse in their products, but it's the kind of wheat that your great grandma ate. And it's always fermented. It's sourdough. It's got nuts and seeds in it. It's wonderful bread that's almost a meal in itself. So yes, I do eat that. So when you make a sandwich out of kimchi and goat cheese and great bread, now you've really got some food. And another thing I like to talk about is the association so many people have with it's like, "Oh, you want me not to eat?" No, I don't wanna deprive you of anything. It's not about deprivation. I want you to give yourself the gift of good health by eating great stuff, eating better stuff, more interesting, more varied stuff, more high quality stuff than you've been eating. In other words, stop eating crap. And another special thing mentioned to you earlier that I want to make sure people understand, there's a lot of misunderstanding about sugar substitutes. Well, people like me who can't eat, whose bodies really can't tolerate sugar or sugar-like substances, I still want something sweet. I still love sweets. So my whole adult life has been in a search for how I could eat sweets and have them be healthy. And so I have news for you. Lately, the best sugar substitutes ever have come on the market. And I highly recommend that you try, if you haven't tried, allulose. So it is what's called a rare sugar. It's Allulose. It tastes great, looks like sugar. You can have it powdered. You can have it in a sort of golden form if you like that, or a more crystally type thing. Sometimes it's mixed with monk fruit. Allulose is a great sweetener, and there's science coming out now, studies coming out now that it actually gives your body something of the same reaction as GP1, I think it is, that's that is the secret kind of cellular thing that happens with the new anti-appetite drugs. So there is apparently slightly an appetite suppressant effect from allulose. I don't particularly notice it. I mean, because I've been eating allulose, for a while, and I don't eat enough of it probably to really have that effect. But, yeah, I don't recommend aspartame, I don't particularly like stevia. Some of the better sweeteners are hard to find. Um, Chicory root is a great sweetener, but it's a little hard to find. So, allulose, try it if you haven't. Works great, bakes great, does all kinds of good things. So that's number 1. And number 2, there also is a lot of misunderstanding about hormones on the blogosphere and the podosphere. And I'm starting to see more people hone in on the message that I think should be out there more now. And it's not particularly my path, but if you are a woman of a certain age, don't be afraid to ask your, particularly if you have a female doctor, ask her about hormone replacement therapy, no matter whether you're premenopausal, in menopause, after menopause, or in my case, I don't even remember menopause. It can be a wonderful thing for your health. And a thing that we haven't hit yet, so we've talked about sleep, food, and because I'm in my workout clothes, as you know, I came from my workout this morning. I work out 4 days a week with a little gym that's close by. I see my friends there. I have a wonderful trainer, and this is a thing, especially for women of a certain age. This is how you keep your bones strong. Um, I None of us are happy with the medication that's out there, Fosamax, that kind of thing, for healing your bones up. But strength training is actually proven to be the most effective way to prevent bone loss, to prevent breaks, so on and so forth. So get out there, lift those weights, and keep your bones strong. If you're not moving, like we're talking about, sleeping as well as you can, eating what you need to eat, what you really want to eat, good food. And then the other element is your emotional life, because stress is actually the killer. And the truth of the matter is that if you are severely stressed, even occasionally severely stressed, nothing else works. You can't sleep, you can't eat right, you can't go for your workouts, or it's not enough. You need to deal with the stress. And we've already talked about the fact that particularly it seems like women have just so much on their plates, way too much. How do you fix stress? You have to go to the root cause. What is your stress really about? Many of us don't have the luxury of a therapist that's on call. Although I have to laugh. Seems like most of my friends are therapists. A lot of them are. And they come over and talk in my garden, and I listen, and I talk too. So yeah, it's you have to have all of those things: the sleep, the movement, the food, and the emotional support.
Hey guys, I would like to take a moment to introduce you to our app, Yoga Plus. You will have access to an incredible selection of videos led by top instructors in yoga, fitness, nutrition, and so much more. Download our Yoga Plus app available on iOS and Android today.